Hello. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Clixo and how we've been using it at home and also at school. So I teach kindergarten through 6th grade art. A couple of the really cool things that we have been doing with the Clixos and art is creating sculptures. And while we've been creating these sculptures, we've been really talking about the positive and the negative spaces. And I think Clixos is amazing at just doing that easily. Even with the organic shapes of the different pieces, this is an easy way to teach that positive and negative space to my students. We talked about Salvador Dali's paintings with the really long legs, the elephants with the really long legs. I think Clixos are a wonderful tool to bring some of those art pieces to life. We've also created some 2D flat works and switch those into the 3D realm and vice versa. So it's pretty cool to work in teams and create a sculpture and then have your partner draw it, or your partner creates a drawing and then you try to build it 3D. You can create mistakes, you can create happy mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with just tearing it apart and restarting. That sort of Clixo and art just kind of seamlessly intertwined. We have a big STEAM show in our district, and it combines the STEM classroom with art. I think it would be really cool if we try to do a Rube Goldberg design, and I like the ability to create a ball and see how far you can create or make it go through some sort of creation like the Rube Goldbergs. With my younger students, I sometimes have a light box, and seeing those shapes come to life through the colors would be really cool. We have also used them with sensory bins, and we usually fill them with rice, beans, pom-poms. We've been using them as scoopers, and they created these little shovels to scoop those pom-poms in. I brought it back into the classroom, and it's really fun to see, especially those younger grades, create, like, here's a picture of a shovel. Can you create it? And then what can you do with the shovel? And we also do a little bit of the pom-poms. Something really cool that we did in the classroom was also incorporate pipe cleaners, because they have that already wire inside, so it easily connects to different pieces, and the students have been having a lot of fun with that. My daughter loved to create a huge ball. She made a big ball and stuffed it with as many pom-poms as she could, and then we just kind of experimented rolling and how can you prevent the pom-poms from falling out? Is there a way? Or opposite, how can you have all those pom-poms shake out? My students at school have liked attaching them to their chairs, so they will use the chair legs and see if it can stick to that, and see if they can create bridges between each other, even with the legs of the table. I'm hoping we can continue creating, working together. It's been really fun. The kids have really enjoyed it. I think especially, after coming out of pandemics and still living in that in-between world, I think this is an awesome way for students' brains to expand and do something good that makes them feel good. It's very playful. I think the biggest thing that we share across all grade levels is it's okay to not know, and it's okay to experiment. It's okay to make mistakes, restart, break your piece apart, and what can you do with it? We made crowns, so now their avenues are what can we do to do wearable art and wearable pieces, and I think that's going to be so much fun. I'm really happy that we have Clixos in the classroom, and I hope I continue to add to our sets, because it really does bring a lot into it, the creativity. I've also noticed kids asking to use the Clixos to enhance their skills. Like, hey, I was thinking about drawing this, but I'm not really sure what it would look like. And they use the Clixos to kind of create those pieces, or they try and create something that they imagine in their head and what it would look like, and then draw it onto the paper. So lots of different uses. I will say this is probably one of the kids' favorites.